It's time for Money Tuesday, and there were a record number of Americans who just quit their last job and started to take another job. What do you do though with those retirement accounts in terms of, do you switch it to your new job? Do you put it somewhere else? Joining us this morning with some advice on that is Stuart Welch with the Welch Group. Good to see you this morning, Stuart.
Good morning, Mike.
A lot of changes to navigate for a lot of Americans during what they called the Great Resignation in 2021 during this pandemic.
Yeah, they had 4.5 million people quit their job in November of last year. It was literally 3% of the workforce. And when you look at Alabama, they were down, they left 3.7% of them left. And the only one that was higher was Georgia, our neighbor, at about 4.5%. So a lot of people quit their jobs. A lot of that is being driven by the pandemic, people being at home, liking working from home, starting their business. You had the American Rescue Plan put millions of dollars, trillions of dollars literally into people's pockets. So it gave people an opportunity to jump, and a lot of people have jumped.
Now, for people who had a 401k, so a retirement account with a previous company that they were with, what should they do with that? First, A, if they switch to another company that also has a 401k plan, or B, they decide to leave and just started to work on their own?
Yeah, so I think let's talk about if they go to another company. You've really got three choices. One is you can roll it over to the 401k plan of the new company in 99% of the cases. And I think the reason you might do that is because it's easy. But I think you want to look at the investment choices, make sure you're comfortable with the investment choices of the new plan. Also, you want to check on the fees because a lot of those 401k plans do have a lot of fees in it. And then the second one is you can just roll it over to an IRA. And IRA, you've got the most flexibility, like if you used a Charles Schwab, unlimited investments. And then the worst choice is to cash it out. There you're going to have income taxes, potentially a federal penalty of 10%, and you lose all that momentum of that tax-deferred growth.
And Stuart, you mentioned looking at the expense ratios on an account you're going to be rolling something into. What should be the numbers people should look for in terms of that expense ratio that says, that's a little too much?
Yeah, I think I don't know if there's a number. You probably want it to be total all in under 1% for sure. And but I think a lot of times there are hidden fees in 401k plans, so you just want to be sure that they're all disclosable. You just need to ask and look at it, and if you compare that to maybe going to a Charles Schwab or somebody, you might end up with less fees.
Stuart, would there be any different strategy if you left a career and you're close to retirement? Maybe you decided to go work on your own, get your own, start your own business, or maybe you're just working part time. What would be the strategy there?
Well, let's assume you're over 59 and a half, so you don't have the 10% federal penalty. The first thing you're going to run into is you're going to pay income taxes on the money, so you're going to have less money, about 20-30%. You might want to do that if you need the money to start the business. The best choice would be to try to hold that money together in a tax-deferred plan until you actually are ready for retirement. But a lot of times it can make sense if you're starting a business to pull that money out, but it's pretty expensive money. I'd try to go to the bank first.
All right, some good advice there from Stuart Welch from the Welch Group. We do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, still ahead now. Hey, get those